I freaking love this Bible. I don't know why. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about fasting. Now, fasting in a general term is abstaining from food or liquid for a specific period of time for spiritual reasons or whatever, like weight loss reasons. People fast for different reasons. Now that's like the general world term of fasting, but I'm here to talk about Christian fasting. Now, there's a difference between a fast and a hunger strike. Regular fasting is just abstaining from food or water, but a spiritual fast is meant to elevate your spirit man and subdue your body. It's supposed to be a period in time when you subdue your body. Basically, your body is made weak and your spirit man, your spiritual self is elevated, because now you're focusing on the spirit, your spirituality, and subduing your body, because your body's desires are really strong. So you have to, it's basically feeding your spirit by subduing your body, so focus on your spirit. So it leads you in a position where you can connect spiritually with God, because you're a spirit being and he's a spirit being. So kind of making your spirit man stronger, so you can communicate with God being a spirit being, as opposed, and your body, coming down. Now, this is the purpose of fasting, is exactly what I just said. So this is where the difference comes between a fasting and a hunger strike. Like, this is where my difference comes in. When you fast, it's a period of time, it's for spiritual reason, especially if you're a Christian. If you're fasting for spiritual reason, you're fasting to become close to God, you're fasting to hear from God, you're fasting to become tighter with God, to hear his voice, to spend time with him. Basically, your fast period is saying, God, I want my spirit to come out, more, so I can hear you, clearly, more clear than I could hear you before. I almost said clearlier, but I was like, nah. To hear you, to spend time with you, to hear you, this fasting is a period of time when you set apart specifically for God, like elevating your spirit, besides your morning devotion and every other thing. Now, you can't say you're fasting. A lot of people do this is, actually, let me start it like this. There's a difference between the quantity and the quality of fasting. God doesn't want quantity. A lot of people can fast from when they wake up till 6 in the evening. Kudos to you. Congratulations, but that doesn't mean God has accepted it more so than someone who fasts till 12 or till 1 or till 2 till 3, like the early hours. That's where the quantity versus quality part comes in for me. It's not about how many hours you spend fasting, because people are like, oh, how many hours did you fast for? How many? That's the most common question they ask. Oh, you're fasting. Oh, when did you fast? When did you break your fast? No, that should not be. The point of fasting is not the quantity of it. You can go from when you wake up till 6 fasting, and it might not have been acceptable to God. It might have been for complete waste. For example, this is how I used to fast before. I used to go think it was based on time. So if I went to 3, 4, 5, 6 fasting, I would distract myself. I would turn on the TV. I'd watch an entire season of a particular series. I'd literally drown myself out because I was feeling really hungry, and to distract myself, you can't eat. That was my mentality. You can't eat was the only thing I had in mind. Okay, you can't eat, you can't drink, because we have to look for something to distract ourselves, so we don't, so I don't eat, so and everything. So I would watch an entire season of a particular series. I would drown myself in YouTube. I would call someone, we would talk for hours, just so I would not focus on my hunger and I would have something else to do. But then that was not fasting. That was basically me putting myself on a hunger strike. Because one, it's not that I wouldn't pray. I would pray after it, before it and after it. I'm like, God, give me the strength and everything. And after it, I'm like, God, I fasted. This is my prayers. There. Again, that was not fasting. That was me putting myself on a hunger strike. Because let's go back to the purpose of fasting. It's to come closer to God. It's to hear Him. So tell me how I'm trying to hear God, but I'm like just on YouTube. I'm like, like I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna focus on something else. When you fast, just to focus on God. I'm telling you this because if you fast till 12, if it's just like you wake up and you fast till 12, but until 12 you put your phone down, because you put your phone down, you're not talking to someone to distract yourself, you're not watching a lot of videos to distract yourself, you're not focusing on things to keep yourself busy, to keep your mind away from the fact that you're hungry, but then you're using that time to say, God, this is my spirit, and you're praising Him. This is my spiritual time for you. You're praising Him, you're singing worship songs to Him, you're singing praise songs to Him, you're worshiping Him, you're being with Him, you're reading your Bible, you're doing something that's required, that's helping your spirit to grow, because this fasting time is a time where you're pausing from feeding your body and feeding your spirit. That's what spiritual fasting is, because that's what it should be. It's a time where you're saying, okay, my body, I feed you every day, but for the spirit, I'm going to feed you later on, but right now I want to feed my spirit. So during that time, it's a spiritual feeding. So you cannot tell me you're fasting and you're basically watching things that literally have nothing to do with your spirituality. You're watching movies to focus on the fact that, to remove yourself from the point that you're actually hungry. Now I'm looking, when I was going through this, a part of the Bible came out to mind. When in Genesis, actually, when I was reading about Cain and Abel, that's what came to mind. Now I've always wondered why God accepted the gifts from Cain and never from Abel, and didn't accept Cain's gifts. That was always something else in my mind. Like, okay, because Abel was a shepherd while Cain was a farmer, and they brought what they had. I have it right here. Genesis 4 verses 5. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd, Cain cultivated the land. When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best of the firstborn lambs of his flocks. The Lord accepted Abel's gift and his gifts, but did not accept Cain and his gifts. Now, for me, I've always wondered why it was so. But then, when you look at it, it says Abel brought the best he could. He didn't bring the most he could. He brought the best. Because if you notice this, when they're describing Cain's gift, they said he brought some of his crops, quantity. But when they said Abel, he said he brought the best of his firstborn lambs. It describes quality. For Cain, he brought quantity, while for Abel, he brought quality. It's not about the amount of time you can go. It's not about the amount of time you can go without eating. It's not. It's about the quality of what you are doing for God. It's about, within that time you're saying you're not eating, what are you doing for God? What exactly are you doing? Because, okay, you're not eating, but you're watching a bunch of videos and movies for God. What are you doing? What is it that you are giving God within the spirit? Okay, you're saying I'm subduing my body, but you're subduing your body and you're subduing your spirit because you're not feeding it. You get my gist. I feel you get my gist. During a fast, you're supposed to focus on quality, not quantity. Even if you just wake up, like literally you wake up and for the first 1 hour, or even if it's 1-2 hours, you say, okay, for this amount of time, maybe it's just breakfast you're going to skip. Like, I'm just going to skip breakfast, and for this time I'm going to focus on feeding my spirit man. Even if you're going to school, I'm not even saying like, oh, read your Bible and pray and everything. Even if you're going to school, you're going to wherever you're going, just use that time to sing praises in your heart. Praise God in your heart. It doesn't have to be out loud. What you do to God is between you and God sees what you're doing. If it's you're just going to read your Bible and meditate on it, spend that time, literally use that time to marinate in the Bible scripture you're reading. Use that time to sing praises to the Lord in your heart. Pray continually. Don't out loud praying, just in your heart. Just use the time to have communication with God. Like, okay, I'm subduing my body. My body wants food right now, but I'm not going to give it food. Instead, I'm going to feed my spirit. If it's only that you can give, that you can do, that I'm telling you, that is way better than going till 6 in the evening without eating. So that's the right way to, if you've been fasting wrong, that is, I think, I don't know how to, I really don't know how to post videos, but that is the basic gist about fasting. I hope I've, got my message across, so even if it's just 1 or 2 people about fasting, because fasting is an important part in a Christian's life, and if you're doing it wrong, I'm glad this is like a turning point. I hope it's a turning point to focus on quality instead of the quantity of your fasting. So thank you for watching. Share this video for someone to other Christians or other non-Christians, I don't know. Just share the video if you feel there's someone that's been fasting wrong and you wanted to tell a person. Like the video if you liked it. I'm very bad at closing.